I have a new video for you guys because Miranda Cosgrove has a story to tell about a stalker. This man put the iCarly star in a terrifying situation, and she is forever haunted by those unanswered questions. So today we're going to talk about that scary night and the unfortunate consequences that come with fame. So let's get into it. If you guys don't know who Miranda Cosgrove is, you may recognize her as Carly from the show iCarly, which we've been talking a bunch about this show on my channel. But today we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the 28-year-old's life because she has had some experiences which are very traumatizing. I mean, she said it herself in this podcast that we're going to be listening to today. It's a podcast from Whitney Cummings, and Miranda was on there a couple of months ago when she opened up about an experience which I find very, very triggering. So here is your trigger warning. Now, this story involves a lot, including passing away. So if you are triggered by things like such as fire or anything, I would click out of this video because when I heard this story for myself, my stomach was all churned around. So there is your warning. But before we get into this video, I do want to give a quick shout out to my friend at CBD Basque. They are a small brand, just one of you guys, a subscriber. I have a code for 20% off, and literally this isn't me trying to get any like code or whatever because I don't get anything from this. She's literally just a subscriber who has sent me packages in the past. I love her company and I love to support small businesses. So if you do want to go support a very small business, then go use my code and you can get 20% off and we can just all enjoy our CBD. I literally have my hand cream right here. But anyways, let's go ahead and just talk about this podcast because the story takes place back in 2017 in December, on December 16th, actually 5 days after my birthday. Shout out Sagittariuses. But this night is horrifying, and I'm honestly surprised I haven't heard about this story before, so we're going to dive into it because I feel like maybe you guys haven't either. So again, I am taking this little bit from Whitney Cummings' podcast, Good For You. You guys can go check out the full video below. This happens about an hour into the 2-hour podcast, and again, this story is very scary. I will be like stopping it as we go, and I have read a few different articles actually that came out during the time that this incident happened. So I did fact check. All of this is accurate. Not that I think Miranda would be lying, but it's crazy to read the articles from back then because again, where was I when Miranda had a stalker who came to her house, dug holes in the ground, planted knives? Oh my gosh, we're going to get into it because the story is crazy. So let's go ahead and watch it together.
Oh, you live with your parents now because you had like a trauma?
Yeah, a crazy thing happened at my house, and it sort of like made me want to go stay with them for a while because
so Miranda did actually have a home of her own at some point, but then she moved on and actually lives with her parents now because of this incident. And I'm not trying to pause like right away, but she's going to give a little story time about this date she went on because like I said earlier, it happened on December 16th, 2017, and she was actually going on a date that night with some random guy in some zebra pants, and you'll hear her describe it, but I wanted to include this bit because it sets up the picture for the night, because thankfully that date ended up saving Miranda's life.
It was really weird, but I went on a bad date, and I was at the ArcLight, like, seeing a movie with somebody. He was wearing zebra pants, and like, just walked in, first time I ever met him, like, straight up zebra pants.
No.
It was kind of cool.
Like
but
pajama pants?
No, they were like regular, like, zebra jeans, like.
Regular zebra jeans? Like, that's the thing? You know.
Yeah, that's
regular zebra jeans?
There are no regular zebra jeans. I've never seen that, so please, next.
Average zebra jeans. Like, you know, as people do.
Okay.
They wear.
He was really into MySpace.
And I think there was like a chain hanging from one side too. But anyway, so we saw some movie, and then afterwards it was raining, and it never hardly ever rains in LA. So I was
already a spooky night. Raining in LA. It does not rain in LA. That is very true. And one thing I want to note, like, Miranda she looks so beautiful. I don't understand why people call her Michael Jackson. Can someone like comment below, like, why does everyone always refer to her or like put her next to Michael Jackson? Like, I don't get it because she doesn't look like Michael Jackson here.
I was kind of like, I don't want to go back to my place, even though my place is pretty close to ArcLight. And anyway, I went to my parents' house, and then I got a call at like 3 a.m. that somebody had like died at my house. And it was the weirdest thing ever because they had like caution tape.
So I don't know if I have to bleep that word or not. We will see. Miss YouTube is very sensitive, but She claims that, well, it's not even a claim because it happened. Someone passed away on her property that night, the same night that she's had that date, and she just happened to decide to go stay at her parents' home, and she's woken up with this news at 3 in the morning.
And, like, it was right in my front yard, and basically, I guess a guy came, and he was, like, burying things in my backyard for, like, 3 days. And he buried a lunchbox with, like, a milk chocolate inside of it in my backyard. And then he buried, like, knives and, like, a rope and, like, a bunch of random stuff. And I guess...
So this bizarre man, goes to her home. He's burying these items in the ground. And when I hear knives, rope, I'm a little thrown off by the lunchbox and, like, chocolate or whatever. Maybe that's a snack. But, like, the other item sounds like he's preparing to do something to her. That's kind of something she, like, skims over at some point. I'm like, can we not address the fact that he had things, like, premeditated to do something to Miranda? And, like, this makes me think back to the reason why she's famous, like, because of iCarly and putting these kids out there. And, like, it's very frightening.
And in my backyard, like, hanging out there and, like, burying things. Why I didn't notice, I don't know. And I'm just, like, apparently not very observant. And then I found out later that, like, all that stuff was there, and that he had been, like, pacing my backyard with, like, he also looked, like, crazy. Like, he was wearing, like, this long trench coat, and he had, like, a...
So the guy already looks creepy, and I had to bleep out that word there, but he obviously had a device which is used to, for destruction of humans, and that is so insane to think, and to look back on that security footage and just to see someone pacing and digging up holes at your property and burying things, like preparing to do something to you.
Dressed better than your date in his zebra pants.
Yeah, he was dressed pretty nicely. But yeah, he was just, like, pacing in my backyard, I guess. And because I have, like, security cameras, so later when we looked, we figured out he was back there for like 6 hours or something, like, waiting. And then somebody drove up that had a similar car, like, that kind of looked like my car, and I guess he got confused and he thought that maybe it was me driving up. It's just, like, bad luck. And he, like, shot at this person, like, 6 times, and he missed because she...
So, okay, I have to cut a little bit here, but pretty much he thought that Miranda was driving up because a girl drove up, on the street in a similar car, and he went boom, boom, boom to the car 6 times. Thankfully, the girl who was driving the car was in the car, and she was secure and safe. But after that, he turned it on himself, and he... boom, and then he set fire, which is still, like, so frightening to think about.
In a car. She drove away. And then he set himself on fire, and he himself simultaneously. And then later, so I got a call at, like, 3 or 4 in the morning. This happened probably at, like, 1 in the morning. I got a call at, like, 3 or 4 in the morning saying, like, where are you? Like, can you come, like, to your house? Because someone... And they were trying to just, like, put it all together. And they still haven't really put it all together, why it happened, or, like, what the person was doing, or if he... It might have just been totally random, like, he saw me somewhere and he, like...
That's so insane to me. Like, can you imagine? They have no answers to this at all. This man goes to your home, he digs up holes on your property, plants knives, plants ropes. I would like to know what those were intended to be used for. Like, what type of knife, what type of rope, and then, when he suspects that your car drives up, boom, 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 and then he booms himself, like, at this point, was that person hired? Like, I would have so many questions and would be, like, setting off an investigation. But, I mean, of course, Miranda is just, like, so taken back by this, and she does not want to live in that home anymore.
Home, and then, or something like that. But anyway, they never figured out, like, exactly why. So, but yeah, so it freaked me out really bad. And I started staying, like, back at my parents' house, and then I got another house somewhere else because I felt like it was...
Should we share the address?
Yeah, I should probably tell the address to that house.
I mean, what?
I wouldn't even know what really to say here either, because I feel like this story is just so insane, especially because you really don't know what that person's intentions were. Like, what were they going to do to Miranda if they saw her or they successfully got her? Like, I mean, did that person think when they boom, boom, boom the car, that the car would just drive away and go to the police and, like, they would go and find him? So he decided to just make sure he was out of the picture. That's just, I guess, where my mind is going. But I also just think that, like, why would someone have this type of, like, intentions to do this to Miranda? Like, is it really all just from watching iCarly and her being a famous child star? Like, is that literally the motive behind it? Because I don't think Miranda is controversial. I mean, besides the fact that she kind of like resembles Michael Jackson, I don't think there's any reason that anyone would be upset to try to go and get her. You know what I mean?
Do you need some Lunesta? Do you need sleeping pills? I have some. Like, the only thing I know to say to you is, like, I have sleeping pills.
But honestly, this is probably not how I would respond.
But I kind of do, like, I have, like, a fantasy of, like, diving into the story and, like, figuring out, like, exactly why it all, like, happened, just because I think it'd be interesting to know, like, who the person was and like, why they were there and exactly what was going on.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
If I was Miranda, I would like demand to know who it is, just so I can do my own investigation, because I would like to know who they're connected with, who might also share that motive if they're part of something bigger. I'm also sure that Miranda would love to have closure on this situation, because her talking about it in that interview, like, it didn't seem like she was like, I mean, she seemed pretty confident with it, but it also was kind of eerie. It's like it's so like desensitized to her, and I wonder what other experiences she has had, because it makes me think of Billie Eilish. I mean, she had a stalker that was terrible and he got in some trouble, but like at one point, when do you actually stalk these people? Because once they're on a motive and they have a mission, it looks like they will do it. Like this guy, I mean, he was at her home for 3 days at one point, and I actually do have some photos of the crime scene. It's not like of the crime scene, but you can see there are photos taken by TMZ from back then. All you can really see is the street and cops, but what a terrifying night. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below, because again, like when I heard this story initially, my stomach was churned, and I had to call my friend to tell her. I was like, listen to the story, because it's actually mind-blowing to me. But I do want to quickly shift gears and just give you guys an update on the iCarly reboot, because we have reacted to the trailer together, and I do want to fill you guys in on some new information that I've learned about the reboot, because it turns out that iCarly will have a new best friend who is pretty much replacing Sam. Lacey Mosley will actually be playing Harper, who will be Carly's best friend in the show. And in addition to that, Freddie will actually have a child in the show. Jaden Triplett will be playing Freddie's stepdaughter in the show, and honestly, I'm here for both of these people joining the cast, because there was definitely a lack of diversity in the previous show. I mean, we cannot ignore that, and to see some diversity added into the mix, I think that would be wonderful for the show. But obviously, no one could ever replace Sam. We wish that Sam was there, but at least they're trying to reboot it in a new way that's supposed to be, you know, more, I don't know, I guess adult-oriented, and hopefully less feet, because you guys know how gross that is. I'm tired of those. There's one last thing I want to mention to you guys today, and it's very random, because it's about Drake Bell. I mean, I guess he worked with Miranda on Drake and Josh, but I want to talk a little bit about his recent artwork he's released. And you guys don't know what NFTs are. Is NFTs, yeah. Well, they're pretty much digital art, which you can purchase online. And to be honest, I don't know much about it, so that's pretty much all I'm going to say there. But a lot of celebrities, like I know Jeffree Star did one, and other celebrities have, and he recently released one. And he did it with a theme of Nickelodeon. And I'm going to have to bleep out the first part of the photo that he sold on this website, but let's just say it starts with a D, and it's not Nickelodeon anymore. And it's kind of weird that Drake is using this opportunity to make like Nickelodeon like kind of like more adult, obviously. Like I can't even say the F word, but like to make it like that. And I think it's weird that he's selling it like something related to Nickelodeon in general. And it's weird that it's like gross. Why is he taking this gross approach? He just sold these online, and honestly, good for him, make his money, but I again don't know why you have to make it kind of like you're taking a childhood, a kid's network, and you are making it like adult themed. And it's just kind of, it like puts the icing on the cake at the end of the day when we think about how gross Nickelodeon is. You know what I mean? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have 2 packages to open today. This one is from Germany, and I actually can't see a name yet. So let's go ahead and see what's in here. I need my sword to open it. And if you guys ever want to send me anything in the mail, you can. It's my P.O. box is listed below. but no pressure at all. I was making sure her address was not listed there, or his. Actually, I don't actually know yet if it's a he or she or a they. So let's see what they sent me. Oh my gosh, oh, they sent me some stickers. Okay, let's see the note first. Okay, so it's on graph paper too. Wow, maybe German. Okay, dear Sloan, I am a huge fan of your YouTube channel. Thank you for supporting Britney Spears. Could you maybe do a video about Zoe 101? There are a lot of crazy things in the show. I would like to know what you think. Oh my gosh, girl. This is so weird because I'm literally filming a video about this after this, like gross Zoe 101 moments. Oh, I can't really read this part on camera, but Dan Schneider did a lot of dirty stuff on this show, so keep up with the good work. Oh yes, yes he did. And it's Maren, and I'm not going to say her last name because people actually told me do not say states, do not say last names, because I'm not trying to identify people. So thank you so much, Maren. I am a female in case you can't see it on my name. Oh, okay. I love that you clarified that too. I feel like I called that. But thank you so much for your lovely letter, and I am so sorry for what you went through. I can't read that on camera, but like I totally feel you, and the strength that you have there is incredible. So thank you so much for that lovely letter and sending me these stickers. I love these. They're like bear themes, and actually a lot of times when you guys send me a sticker, I'll end up cutting it and making it into a magnet so that I could hang up more things. So I love stickers. And I want to open one more package because this one has been here for a minute, and it's from Kelly, and I'm not going to say where she's from. She's Kelly K. But this one actually, oh my gosh, this one actually is kind of open. There's some glitter coming out of the package, but like see, it's got like an opening down here. So I'm going to try to open it upside down and maybe like catch whatever falls out, because this one like came in the mailbox unopened. Oh my gosh, I almost used my teeth to like open this. Oh gosh, probably not COVID friendly either. Okay, there's so much glitter coming out of here, Kelly. Okay, it's all falling out of this bottom hole. So let's pull out these items. First off, I love the package. How it says Happy Mail. Mail has never smelled so good. Smelled so good. I don't smell anything right now. Maybe the scent is gone from this? I'm not too sure. Here is the note, so let's go ahead and read this one first. Aw, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Kelly. Oh, and it looks like she's a brand owner, so shoo, I'll have to include that information below. There is so much glitter that you included here, girl. You want me to vacuum, don't you? You're like, you're gonna vacuum your room today, Sloan. So here are two notes from her, and this one reads, Hey Sloan, ever since I watched the Dan Schneider video, I instantly fell in love. I love that you make videos based on real topics and real life problems. You and Mark are such an inspiration. Please continue to share the truth and expose weirdos in Hollywood. You are an amazing person, and I'm so glad I stumbled on your YouTube. I hope you too like the smell goods. Ooh, enjoy the goodies. Much love to you and your love, Mark. Oh, thank you, Kelly. And she's a certified Scentsy consultant, so that's where the scent is going to be coming in. Yay! Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this is about. So it looks like this is for Bunny, and it is some Scentsy honey and chamomile dog shampoo. Oh, cool. So I can use this in her next bath. Oh, I love that. I need to give her a bath soon because she did like get into some chicken bone the other day when I was walking her, and ever since then I've just been like, get away from me, because she tries to kiss me. She says, oh, you're killing it, in this little like reminder happy card. I can't remember what those are called. And then it looks like this is a Scentsy little air freshener, which I could totally use in my car because my car is rank. And there is her information. I will list it below. I don't know if the QR code will work, but I'll try to make it work and link it below. So thank you so much for that. Wow, this one smells good. It's called Be Fabulous. I love that. Thank you. Oh my gosh, and then finally she sent me this notebook, which I could totally use because my Google Doc is such a mess lately. I've been wanting to have a little book right here to write some video ideas down. So thank you so much for this. These are so nice, Kelly K. I really appreciate that, and thank you, Maren, for your letter all the way from Germany. So I really appreciate you both, and thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.